Time blocking doesn't work for everyone. I know this is popular with all the productivity gurus. As a self proclaimed guru here, uh, here is your permission to toss it in the bin. Time blocking is always presented as the ultimate productivity solution. But what if it just doesn't work for you? Then you feel like you failed and you will never get this time management thing figured out. The only thing left to do is to eat chocolate and drink coffee in your room while pondering what a failure you are, right? I'm asking for a friend. Okay, just because something works for your best friend, sister, or random internet stranger doesn't mean it will work for you. And it not working for you doesn't mean you are a failure or you will never have a productive day. It is okay if a popular idea that seems to work for the whole internet doesn't work for you. Or if that popular idea fits you well, then keep doing it. Okay. But if it doesn't, it's okay. While time blocking is presented as the best productivity solution, that doesn't mean it is for you. So shed some light on time blocking and explore other alternatives that will work for you to maximize your productivity, or that you can at least try. Hello, Rebel Moms, and welcome to the Life Unboxed podcast. I am Jody, the mom, wife, homeschool mom of 6, and successful mom entrepreneur. And I am bringing you information and inspiration on raising kids, running a business, and keeping your sanity. So get your Rebel Mom checklist so you can work from home and homeschool confidently. And you can download the free checklist from lifeunboxed.blog. And you can find the episode show notes, tools to make your life easier, and a whole lot more information at lifeunboxed.blog. So let's get into the show. Okay, I know you're thinking, what exactly is time blocking? So if we're going to discuss a topic, we need to make sure we are using the same dictionary. So before we debunk time blocking, let's talk about what it actually is. So, time blocking is a tool where you divide your day into distinct blocks of time and you assign specific tasks or activities to accomplish during this time. You allocate dedicated time slots for different types of work, which allows you to focus on one task at a time without distractions. The idea is that you increase your productivity because you are providing structure to your day and reducing the temptation to multitask. We're moms, forget that. So it sets clear boundaries on your time so you can prioritize instead of wasting time on trivial tasks. Um, and we're all about getting all the things done. So this sounds perfect, like totally sign me up. Now I just need to figure out what to do with my kids. Yeah. My little interruptions that I have 6 of those little interruptions. So, does time blocking work for your work from home job? And we are moms. We are juggling our work from home mom jobs and homeschooling our kids. This is the reason time blocking doesn't work. If you're a mom of more than one kid, you are dealing with interruptions like all the time. You can't avoid it. It is part of what we do. We have to multitask. Are we going to tell our toddlers to wait to use the bathroom because our time blocking doesn't have them scheduled yet? Of course not. Or tell our school age children we can't help them with a problem because we are focusing on a specific task without distractions right now. And again, of course not. So, yes, you could time block out the hours you need for school, but your kids don't always need your help for that time. So, you would be sitting there doing nothing during that time. Now, for us, we work in school in the same room, and some of my kids do homeschool online, others use textbooks. And this lets me keep an eye on what's happening while still being available to help them. Most of the time, they don't need my help, or it is a quick question. But there are interruptions throughout the day. I have kids. Time blocking isn't a solution for my work from home mom job and homeschooling. Okay. So now that we realize that time blocking doesn't work if you have kids, let's talk about alternatives. And I know when everyone is buzzing with the amazingness of time blocking, it can leave you asking, like, what am I doing wrong? Let's flip that question around and ask, why is time blocking wrong for you? The idea of large chunks of time to really focus on one thing sounds amazing. I would love to have large chunks of time just to focus on anything, to be honest. But the reality is, I have multiple grades to homeschool, and it just isn't going to happen. Yes, I get up before everyone else does, so I can write a post or get a script going like this, but it is usually only about 45 minutes that I get. So it doesn't really work. So if time blocking doesn't work for the busy mom, then what does work? We need to be productive too and get things done. So how do we do it? Okay, so I'm going to give you three alternatives. And there's probably more out there, of course, but these are suggestions. So part of the reason I despise the time blocking so much is because everyone presents it as the only option, the only way. So I'm going to give you three different options. And like I said, there's more options out there. These three options may not work for you, but at least it's going to give you an idea of something that you can take and make it work for you. So the first one is create a routine. And this is always my go to. So when I finally figured it out, it was like hearing the angels sing. It just worked. The idea behind creating a A routine is setting up repeated formulas that happen throughout the day. Now, this helps to set mundane tasks on autopilot, which frees up creative brain space. Your kids know what to do next, so it eliminates many reminders. And therefore, it sets your day up for success because you're not annoyed with hearing the sound of your own voice again and again and again. So, whether you create a morning routine or routines throughout the day, this is how you crush at time management for moms who work from home. Number two, task batching. So, this involves working on similar tasks together. When I worked in an office, and you can read more about that or watch the show, link in the description below, I use this method often. So basically, you work on similar tasks, one right after the other. And this helps to keep you zoned in and focused. You take advantage of the momentum gained instead of slowing down because your brain needs to switch to something else. So my brain is always switching. It is the nature of what I do. So this doesn't work quite as well for me now. And number three, to do list. Basically, you're just working off of your to-do list. Write it in pencil so you can easily move things around and create a get things done list for the week and work on them throughout the week. So I use this method combined with my routines to accomplish a lot of stuff throughout the week. Okay, finding the right time management solution for you is going to take experimentation, self reflection, and a willingness to adapt. Take a moment to free yourself from the shackles of what Instagram is telling you that you must do. Now ask yourself what will work for you. Routines were like finding that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but maybe something else is your leprechaun. Try it out. I suggest trying something for a month and start small. It is hard to start something new, especially if you have a large crew that needs to adjust to. Start small with something like a morning routine, and that's it. Start with the first 2 to 3 hours of your day and find your groove. And yes, I have another show on that as well. So, link in the description. Experiment with what you are doing. Write down what's working and what isn't in a notebook because we all know that notebooks solve all of our problems. And yes, I have links for those below. So adjust and refine as you go along. By the end of the month, you should know what is working and what needs to be refined. Make your adjustments and keep building the second month. Remember, this is all about what works for you. I know what really worked for me, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. But you are unique. Your work and school is also unique. So adapt these suggestions to how you want to work in school. I know time blocking gets all the credit for increased productivity, but there are other ways to manage your time and day. The important thing is to find what works for you. I know I've said this like a bazillion times, but it's the truth. Find what works for you. If you want to take a deeper dive into creating a routine, then check out the course I created. And yes, it worked so well for us that I made a course. Don't worry, it isn't expensive because I want to make it easy for you to reap all the benefits of creating a routine instead of time blocking. Well, that is a wrap. Thanks for listening and watching. Be sure to check out lifeunboxed.blog and download your Rebel Mom checklist. And remember, you can work from home and homeschool confidently. And I will see you in the next show.